everyone, and warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV Midday News in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodo. The House of Representatives will suspend plenary for 2 weeks to allow for defense of the 2024 budget by ministries, agencies, and departments of government. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, announced that the Green Chamber will sit today and tomorrow to debate the 2024 budget due to the urgency of the task. The decision was arrived at plenary on Wednesday following the presentation of the 2024 budget by the President Bola Tinubu. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, appeared before lawmakers in the National Assembly and defended the over 61 billion naira FCT 2023 supplementary budget. The minister said the budget is targeted at completion of some critical projects before President Tinubu's 1 year in office. He said the budget revenue sources will be inflows from Paris Club refund, payee tax liabilities, special intervention funds, internally generated revenue, and the infrastructure support fund. Wike identified others to include rehabilitation of National Christian Center and the rehabilitation of the National Mosque in Abuja and many others. The governor of Bayelsa State, Duye Diri, presented the 2024 appropriation bill of 480,993 billion naira Christian budget of sustainable and shared prosperity to the House of Assembly for consideration. The 2024 fiscal year's estimate are 41,722 billion naira, higher than the approved 2023 budget of 439,271 billion naira, currently under implementation by the state government. Further stating that the general analysis of the budget performance as of September 2023 showed that his administration had achieved an overall performance of 73%, where both the recurrent and capital expenditures got due attention. The Nigerian Police Force has taken delivery of printed training manuals, curriculum, office furniture, fittings, and equipment for 3 police colleges and 1 training school in Nigeria from the Global Security Sector, Reform Foundation, and the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, with funding from the Federal Republic of Germany as a crucial step towards enhancing the capabilities of the Nigerian Police Force. The donation, which was received by the Inspector General of Police, who was represented by the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of training and development, DIG Frank Mba, addresses the needs of police colleges in Oji River, Maiduguri, Kaduna, and Ilorin, ensuring they received vital support for optimum training environments. Gunmen have reportedly attacked 2 communities in Plateau State, killing 7 persons. The victims were said to have died following attacks by the assailant in Puka and Pimpa communities of Mangu local government area of the state in early hours of today. It was learned that while 6 men and a lady were killed in Puka community, the gunmen stole sheep and other domestic animals in Pimpa community. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has announced the date for the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, registration and examination. The board, in a statement issued on Wednesday by its public communication advisor, Fabian Benjamin, said sale of form would commence from January 15th to February 26th, 2024. The statement revealed that the 2024 mock UTME had been scheduled for March 7th, while the main UTME will hold from the 19th to the 29th of April 2024. He added that candidates are expected to print their examination slips as from 10th April 2024. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has offered lower production costs and untapped mineral resources as part of fresh incentives to woo prospective foreign investors. The minister gave the offer at the Mines and Money Conference held in London on Tuesday, according to a statement signed by his special advisor, Kehinde Bami-Gbetang. Alake, addressing global stakeholders in the mining industry, pitched for more investment in Nigeria, listing unique advantages such as low production costs due to surface mining and billions of dollars in untapped minerals. Alake said the current administration has embarked on reforms to boost investment by streamlining procedures and reducing hurdles to attract foreign investors. He also quoted recent reports that mining's contribution to Nigeria's GDP rose from 0.3% to 0.85% last year, indicating a 0.63% year-on-year growth. Alake further urged investors to support the socio-economic development of the communities where they mine to make mining mutually beneficial. The Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Olakunle Oluomo, has appealed to tertiary institutions owned by the Ogun State government to reduce fees payable by students. The students of the Tives Solarin University of Education, Ejaogu, and those of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta, recently took to the street to protest the hike in fees by the learning institution. During plenary on Wednesday, the minority leader and lawmaker representing Odogbolu State constituency, Lukman Adeleye, called the Assembly's attention to the sudden rise in fees and the protests that greeted the development. Reacting, Oluomo acknowledged the adverse effect of the economic challenges being faced by parents currently, adding that though the institutions might have their compelling need to increase their fees to meet their pressing needs, given the high rate of inflation, the fees should be affordable. You're watching Global TV Midday News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When the midday news returns, Brent crude hits $83 as OPEC meets today. That's on the foreign scene, and the news continues shortly with details of these and other stories right after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back from the break. The United Nations Climate Conference opens in Dubai today, with nations urged to increase the pace of action on global warming and phase out fossil fuel amid intense scrutiny of oil-rich host, the United Arab Emirates. The two-week-long climate negotiation being held this year in the glitzy Gulf city comes at a pivotal moment, with emissions still rising and this year likely to be the hottest in human history. Britain's King Charles III, world leaders, activists and lobbyists are among more than 97,000 people expected to attend what is being billed as the largest climate gathering of its kind. Scientists say the world is not on the track to achieve these targets, and nations must make faster and deeper cuts to emissions to avert the most disastrous impact of climate change. A truce between Israel and Hamas will continue, both sides said Thursday, moments before the deal was due to expire, though details of any official agreement remain unclear. Minutes before the halt in fighting was due to expire at 500 hours GMT, Israel's military said the operational pause would be extended without specifying for how long. In the meantime, Hamas has announced there was an agreement to extend the truce for a seventh day without further details. Qatar, which has led the truce negotiation, confirmed the pause had been extended until Friday. At least 13 people were killed in a hostel fire that broke out in Kazakhstan's largest city, Almaty, before sunrise on Thursday, according to the city's emergencies department. In the course of the reconnaissance and extinguishing the fire, 13 dead were initially discovered and their identities are being established. The department said in a statement, preliminarily, they died of carbon monoxide poisoning. The emergency department said that 72 people were staying at the hostel at the time of the fire, 59 of whom had safely evacuated. The cause of the incident is still under investigation. And moving into the world of business, President Bola Tinubu has disclosed that the federal government made 8.65 trillion naira revenue between January and September of 2023. He disclosed this while presenting a budget of 27.5 trillion naira for 2024 to the National Assembly for approval. From a budget of 27.5 trillion naira for 2024, the federal government plans to generate 18.32 trillion naira as revenue for 2024, leaving a deficit of 9.18 trillion naira in 2024, or 3.88% of the gross domestic product, GDP. Presenting the budget-stacked budget of renewed hope, the president said that the main focus was for national defense, internal security, local job creation, and macroeconomic stability. He noted that the budget is made up of 9.92 trillion naira non-debt recurrent expenditure and 8.7 trillion naira capital expenditure, while 8.25 trillion naira was for debt servicing. For effective and full implementation of Audit Regulations 2020, Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, Rabiu Olowo, said the country would commence quality control review and inspection of auditors of public interest entities in January 2024. Olowo, who disclosed that at a roundtable in Lagos, said the council, in its bid to strengthen audit regulation, enhance audit quality, and ensure that audit opinion issued by auditors in Nigeria is acceptable globally, is on the verge of concluding its membership registration with the International Forum of Independent Audit Regulators. Olowo said the FRC has witnessed concerning evidence that numerous entities and government institutions are falling short of the high standards expected of them under the FRC Act 2011. Brent crude hits $83 per barrel as the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, meets today. A review of global oil prices revealed that Brent crude was trading at $83.60 at 7:47 a.m. on Thursday, November 30th. This is the first time the Brent crude has reached 83, as crude producers have been gearing up for the OPEC meeting, which was postponed due to a delay in some oil producers in Africa demanding higher oil production baselines. African members of the OPEC were given a choice: either comply with reduced oil production quotas or demonstrate increased production capacity by a specified deadline by November 2023. Despite these efforts to showcase improved production capabilities, African oil-producing nations still face substantial cuts in their production allocation. This has led to disputes and concerns about the potential impact on their oil industries. The federal government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, has stated that it hopes to produce around 31 million metric tons of grains in 2024 as part of efforts to combat food inflation across the country and address President Tinubu's food security emergency. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, started this during the opening session of the 6th edition of the Seed Connect Conference, an exhibition with the theme Global Declaration of Food Emergency, the role of the seed industry and ensuring Africa's food and nutrition security. Aliyu said that the federal government has earmarked 5 crops for ambition in 2024 and stated that the over 300,000 worth of seeds have been provided to the farmers. The Nigerian Supreme Court has ruled that the old Naira note will remain legal tender of the country till further notice. In addition, the federal government also filed for an extension for the old Naira note on November 21st, 2023. Meanwhile, the federal government explained that if the Supreme Court rejects its plea to extend the circulation duration of the old Naira note, the nation could face renewed threat of a national economic and financial crisis. In its ruling, the highest court ruled in Abuja that the note will remain legal tender and be accepted for transaction until further notice. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, says the short-term focus of the federal government in the power sector is to prioritize metering electricity distribution and transmission to enhance power supply nationwide. He disclosed this during the 3rd Roundtable on Enforcement of Technical Standards, Regulations and Mandate of the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency. According to a statement from the Power Ministry, Adelabu highlighted the upcoming power sector strategy roadmap and emphasizing a bottom-up approach to prioritize impact over the previous top-down strategies. And jumping to the exciting world of sports, the Confederation of African Football CAF has confirmed the city of Marrakech, Morocco, as the venue for the CAF Awards 2023, scheduled for December 11th. According to a statement on the CAF website on Wednesday, the awards will celebrate the continent's top achievers in what is expected to be a spectacular affair. It said the awards recognize exceptional performances in both club and national competitions, culminating in the prestigious titles of CAF African Player of the Year in both men's and women's category. The Super Eagles will camp in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, to prepare for the 2024 African Cup of Nations, AFCON, billed to hold in Côte d'Ivoire next year, the Nigerian Football Federation has said. NFF Media Director Ademola Olajire said the Federation is working on Super Eagles program for the Nations Cup, which is less than 3 months away. That's it on Global TV Midday News. We are on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across our social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Anthony Momodi saying thank you for watching and see you soon.
The Central Bank